scrape it. Don't scrape it. Ah! Sorry they don't have the truck on a lift or anything. But yeah, there is everything all fixed. Good morning, everyone. It's Ben Hardy here, and we're actually finally going to pick up the Raptor today. And yes, we are obviously taking the Supra to go pick up the Raptor because, well, I don't have any other car to drive. So we're gonna go pick up my friend John. I'm not sure which car I'm gonna have him drive back. I haven't decided if I'm gonna have him drive the Supra or the Raptor. The Supra is about the same size as his Mercedes, so like he's more comfortable with that. But at the same time, like I just got this car and I wanna drive it as much as I can because it's actually really fun. And so far as like a daily driver, it's been really solid. I don't bottom out on like anything. It's really easy to get it like just around stuff in general. It's more than perfect with like the speed and all that. And so yeah, so far the Supra has just been crazy and I actually really like it. So before we set off, I just wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford in Provo, more specifically the service department, for just doing an amazing job with keeping the Raptor well maintained, and then obviously fixing things when I do stupid stuff and break it on the Raptor. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, but it's life and it happens. And I really mean that because before I owned the Raptor, if you guys remember a while ago, I had a Shelby GT350. Now that was before I serviced my cars at the Ford store in Provo. I serviced at another Ford store, doesn't matter who, but they just didn't take nearly as good care of me. So first off, they never called me with updates when the car was getting stuff put onto it and everything, like the Ford store in Provo does. They always give me updates on everything. They even got me an Uber so I could get back up home, which it's a super long drive if you guys don't know. So I live in Cottonwood Heights, and Provo is literally like an hour away from me. So it's really cool that they got me an Uber to get me up. And the other store obviously never offered that to me. And on top of that, when I asked for things to get fixed on the car, they wouldn't get fixed. They didn't like do their due diligence to make sure that stuff was covered under warranty or wasn't covered under warranty. They just didn't go above and beyond. But the Ford store in Provo has always done that. And so if you own a Ford and live in Utah, just go service it with them because it's going to be a much better experience than the other service departments. And yeah, let's head out. Time for a morning cold start. And wait for it. Wait for it. Just kidding, it doesn't have remote start. So we gotta do this like the old-fashioned way. Oh God, I have to put my foot on the brake and push the push start. Why do you make me do so much effort, Toyota? Where's your remote start on the Supra? Why? If you guys were curious, all you gotta do is just hold that button down, wait for it, everything will be inactive, and then you press this button, and well, that's how you drive a Supra. Welcome to the BMW.
Welcome.
BMW mobile.
To Saturday.
Yes, to Saturday.
To Saturday.
How was that open house you didn't go to?
I slept through it. It was great.
Was it a nice house?
It was beautiful. Had a giant bed with a dog and a bunch of pillows.
This fool.
My bed.
Already at half a tank. No, yeah, no, almost. Well, we just picked up the Raptor. Everything is all good, and well, I think that I need to give her a bath because she's dirty, but it's pretty cool to see the Raptor next to the Supra because the Raptor's like massive and the Supra's just itty bitty. So obviously we're gonna be taking this back, and I'll probably finish off the video once we get back and kind of go over everything on all the cars and all that kind of stuff. But it'll be a fun road trip back. I think I'm gonna drive the Supra because, well, John needs to drive a truck. We got to get him used to driving a truck because we got to get him to buy one day. John's over there having fun with the Raptor. Apparently he can barely reach the pedals with it, and I guess that I'm massively tall compared because he's having trouble. And don't mess up, John. Don't scrape it. Don't scrape it. Ah! It's not that bad. Well, we're gonna head out now and got the Raptor behind us. It's always so cool to see the Raptor driving around because then I realize like how much road presence it has and how massive it is. It looks so cool. I wish I could show you guys better, but the Raptor looks so good. Just look at it. Yeah, every single time I kind of like forget about like how good the truck looks, but seeing it driving is completely different than just seeing it standing still, and it looks so good when it's driving. It just has so much road presence. No wonder people always get out of my way whenever I drive the Raptor. I mean, if I saw that in my rear view mirror, I'd be like, okay, it'd be time to go. It's just like, it's menacing. That's kind of like the best way for me to describe it, is it's bright orange and it's big, and yeah. Okay, yes, it is 100% official. After this gets wrapped, this is gonna replace the Raptor as the daily driver. No, I'm not gonna get rid of the Raptor, but like, look at this. We got the adaptive cruise control on, kind of like I mentioned in my other video, but it's just so smooth. Like, I'm just chilling here, just going down the highway, and it's super smooth, it's quiet, it's comfortable, and this car you can kind of like dart around. So like if you need to pass someone on the highway, it's a lot easier than the Raptor. Like the Raptor has good power, this has good power, but this just is so small that it's nice. And yeah, I think we're doing the Supra for the daily driver. Plus I get to look at that gauge cluster. Look how cool that is. So we're almost back home here, and guess what, guys? I have achieved something. Now we're up to 16.7 miles per gallon. We're doing pretty good here in life, and it's actually getting really hot today. 104 degrees. Yay. When you buying a Raptor?
Can I buy that one? Does it come like that?
So you want to buy one that just had a broken axle? It sounds like a smart investment.
You jumped it with me in it, so I know everything that happened to it, so.
And apparently it's as faster than your car is what you're telling me.
A little bit.
Do you think it's faster than the Supra though?
It could be. It could be.
I don't think so.
It could be.
Maybe.
We have to test this.
Raptor versus Supra. This is gonna be crazy.
Dude.
I was just saying, it looks so cool to see this on the road. Did the Supra look pretty cool on the road?
It does. It looks different than any other car on the road.
Maybe that's why. Dude, more people are paying attention to that than they did the Camaro, and it's black.
Yeah, and well, there's nothing that looks like that.
Once this is a certain color, then.
Yeah. Everybody was looking at that. Nobody was looking at me. Nobody cared.
Well, they can't see you because of the window. Very, very legal window tint.
Very legal. You're right. I saw everyone looking at you though.
Now we better take you back before your girlfriend murders you.
It could happen.
Nicole, if you're watching this, which you aren't, don't murder John. We need him so he can drive the Raptor more. Now I gotta get in with John having the seat set for him in midget mode.
Hey.
I mean, I fit. This isn't actually. I think he overestimated his lack of height. Because this actually isn't too bad. Now this is the maiden voyage with the Raptor, obviously with the new axle, and so far it's really solid. Get it? Anyways, yeah, there's no clunking or anything. The Raptor sounds like normal. The Raptor actually is squeaking less than it normally does, so that's pretty good, which is definitely a huge plus. But obviously there's no rattling sound, and you guys can see with the steering, like it's not doing anything weird there. Like the steering's perfectly fine, and no sound from the front, so we're all good. When I get home, obviously I'll show you guys the axle and all that with the new axle. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, it's awesome, and I really appreciate the Ford store for fixing this. And I mean, they fixed it so quick. Like, if you guys don't know, I dropped the truck off on a Wednesday, so I broke it on a Sunday, kept driving the truck because I didn't realize that it was that bad, dropped it off to them on a Wednesday, and they actually had it done Friday. I believe it was like early afternoon. So they got me a new axle ordered, got it installed into the truck, and had everything done within literally less than 2 business days because I dropped it off late on Wednesday. So like, not only did they get it done really well, but they got it done really quick. Like, I couldn't have asked for more. So I've been driving the Raptor for a minute here, and driving the Supra for like a whole day kind of messed up with my perception, because the Supra is like over 2,000 pounds less than the Raptor in terms of its weight, and it really makes the Raptor feel heavy now. The Camaro was only about 1,000 pounds roughly, a little bit more than 1,000 pounds less than the Raptor, so they didn't feel too different from the weight perspective. But now, like, it's so weird. Like, I just feel like I got in this big, heavy, huge vehicle, and then I get in the Supra, and it's like itty bitty. Well, as you can see, we are finally back home, and I think I'm gonna start parking the Raptor here because, as you guys remember in one of the previous videos, I kind of cut these trees so they're a little bit shorter, so now the Raptor can fit without anything touching the roof. But like, this is perfectly in shade because thanks to my neighbor, you've got some shade from the trailer when the sun's that way, and then obviously the tree will provide shade as well. So then pretty much the whole Raptor, including the back and everything, will be in shade all the time, which means it'll be cool. So when it's 109 degrees and I go and drive it, then it's not gonna be hot. And the biggest plus about this parking space is it actually like gives it some like off-road cred. Even when I'm not driving it, it looks pretty cool. I mean, you can see there with the tire flexing just a little bit with that rock, looks pretty neat. And there's the third benefit. the garage now is open, so there's not going to be cars in front of the garage. So with the Raptor here, I can just pull the Supra out easily. Makes it easy to daily drive. So this was completely my fault. I forgot to film this part of the video for you guys, but sorry they don't have the truck on a lift or anything. But yeah, there is everything all fixed. Obviously with the axle and everything's in place, and just so you guys can kind of get like a comparison, there is the side that was fixed, and then obviously the side that never broke. So you guys can kind of compare, because obviously they had to clean everything off to fix it, so you guys can see like just how dirty the other side is, because, or this side, because they had to clean everything off. But yeah, it's all in place and we're all good to go. Well, now I've got to go figure out something to eat, since I couldn't get food to go because I was an idiot and left the mask here in the Supra and forgot to take it out, which, yeah, just silly stuff. And something I noticed is the Supra has an alarm and it just randomly does that red blinking. I think it's pretty cool, because then like it lets people know not to touch my BMW, aka Supra, whatever it is. But if you guys kind of want to know what's going to happen content wise, so I'm actually filming this video on Sunday. I'm kind of like backlogged with content. Or no, sorry, this is Saturday. I lost track of my days. Again, I'm blaming it on the heat. Anyways, I'm filming this video on a Saturday. I'm going to be posting the video of me taking delivery of the Supra on a Sunday. And so after that, on Monday, I'm going to be getting the windows. So the windows are getting tinted on Monday this upcoming week. And then we're also tinting the side markers. I might wait till it gets wrapped to tint those though, because if those get in the way of it getting wrapped, then obviously we'll just do that all in one go. It just depends on what gets in the way, what doesn't. So Monday for sure getting the window tint done, the vinyl getting that ordered as well, so that we can have that in. So it'll probably take about a week roughly for the vinyl to come in. So obviously it won't be next week, it'll be the week after that we'll get the Supra in to get that wrapped. So I won't be driving it a ton. Obviously I'll be driving it for the review that I'm posting on Monday. I think that's what's gonna happen. This video you guys probably won't see till Tuesday, Wednesday, just depends on what happens scheduling wise. So obviously I'll do that review. After that though, I'm probably not going to drive the car all that much, because it's black and black paint gets scratched and shows everything just crazy. So yeah, going to keep it in the garage for a while. Going to daily drive the Raptor, get this wrapped, and then as soon as this is fully wrapped and everything, then we're going to start daily driving this, because again, I'm absolutely in love with this car. Pickle Rick, thank you so much for hooking me up with the car. If you guys are wondering who Pickle Rick is, he's down at the Toyota there in Provo. I'll include a link to their inventory in the description, so you guys can reach out and obviously ask for Pickle Rick. But he gave me a really, really good deal on the Supra. So yeah, I'm excited. Anyways, if you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next video. Hello, kitty. Kitty number one. Can you talk, Zipper? No, he just wants to like, I don't know what he's doing. Zipper, I haven't shown you on the channel much, but that's because you're always sleeping all the time. You gotta sleep a little bit less, okay, buddy? I know you're a cat. I know it's what you do. But you gotta be lively and running around for the channel. Oh, look who's coming up. Look who's waiting for me. He does this where he walks really slow because he's waiting for me to walk in, and oh! Whoa! Hey, Zorro! Hey, no, don't jump. Sit. Whoa! Sit! He's so sassy. I finally caught his sassiness on camera. That was perfect. Zorro, you're funny. Good boy. Zorro, say bye to everyone. Well, hi to me, but bye to everyone. Okay.